Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today I want to show you some of my favorite things about Cricut images. Now, you may not use these features, but it may open up your world to something that works really well in your crafting flow. So just let me show you these things and decide if there's something for you. Okay, so let's say we're going to start a new project. I'm going to click on New Project, and it's going to take me to a new canvas. Now, when I get to a canvas when I'm recording for you guys, I like to go to the bottom right hand of the Layers panel and click Blank Canvas, and then go to the top and change the color of that canvas. I like this green. I think that green is easy on the eyes and works really well for us. Okay, so that's why I have a green background. Now let's head to images. Now, if you know anything about Cricut, Cricut has hundreds of thousands of images, okay? And you could spend a lot of time searching through images. And some of the tips and tricks I'm going to show you today about images may cut some of that time out for you, okay? So let's say you're working on a Valentine project, and you can see I've already typed in Valentine here. And let's just do a little scrolling. Let's find something super cute we want to work on. And let's see. This is the thing where I could spend so much time doing this. I could spend a day just looking at images. But what I'm going to show you might help you a little bit. Okay, check this out. I love this kitty, this little gray kitty with the heart. He's on the far right hand of your screen. You can see my cursor. Let me tell you about this. Now, normally when I find an image I like, I will click it and I will just send it to my canvas and start working on it. But I want to show you what this box has to offer. This square actually has a lot of information for you. Number one, see this little green little banner in the top left corner of the square? This lets you know that this kitty is available to me through my access, meaning I can use it because I'm an access subscriber and I won't have to pay extra for him. But I want you to come all the way out here to the left of this row. Do you see how there's no green access on this image and there's a price here at the bottom? That means this image would cost me 99 cents. Now, it doesn't make this image bad and I don't dislike this image. It's just that if I were to use it, I need to know I'm going to have to pay for it. Now, some people say to me, why do we have to pay for images on Cricut? Well, here's one reason. Some images are licensed images. So certain designers, certain companies, they don't sell a complete license to Cricut. Therefore, if you want to use it, you have to pay to use it. Now, that doesn't mean it gives you commercial rights to the project. That's a whole different thing. Commercial rights is a whole different payment. You're just paying to be able to use that particular image for that time. Okay? Now, let's go back to our little kitty image. Down here at the bottom, do you see this little pair of scissors? That lets you know this is a cut file. You see that the little pair of scissors is here, but if we come up, if you follow my cursor up here to this card, you'll see that it's got a printer image. That means it's a print and cut file. Now that doesn't matter to me too much because I know that once I get this image on my work surface, I can change it to what I want it to be. But if you're looking for something that's pre-designed for you, that lets you know this is a print and cut file, this is a cut file. While we're here, you can see that I'm subscribed to this image. It's part of my access. And then see this little bookmark right here? That's literally what that is. It is a bookmark. If you would like to bookmark this image to look at it later, you can click right here. And now your image is saved. You see at the top it says image saved. I'll show you how to get to those in just a few minutes. All right? Now let's do this. The three dots at the top. I want you to know what this is, so let me show you. When you click on this three dots, this opens up. Now it does a couple things. Number one, it tells you the name of the image. It's Cute Valentine Kitty. And then it gives you a hashtag number for this image. Now here's what I love about the hashtag number. If you're making this project and say you have a friend in another part of the world and they're making something similar or they've been looking for an image like this and you want them to get this image, you don't have to go, hey, if you type in Valentine to the search and you scroll down 15 things, you don't have to do that. What you can do is you can highlight this number, including the hashtag. If you don't have the hashtag, this doesn't work. You can highlight this number, okay? You can then copy this number, and now you can send it by Facebook Messenger. You can send it by text message to whoever you want to use the same image, okay? You might want to set up a separate document outside of Cricut where you save these numbers for specific images you like to use all the time. I don't know why you need to since you have the bookmark, but you never know. It could be something that comes in handy. So let me show you what happens. Once the recipient gets this number that you sent them, all they have to do is come to the search bar in Images, put that number in and hit enter, and look what happens. It brings them right to the kitty. Isn't that awesome? I'm telling you, at some point in time, you're going to go, Maymay taught me this, and it comes in handy here. Now look at this. Let's say you love this kitty so much, but you really don't want a kitty. You want something else. You can click View Image Sets. A lot of you guys know back in the day, Cricut did cartridges, okay? Now they call those cartridges image sets. So we still have images that look similar or coincide with each other or complement each other. And let me show you how to find them. I'm going to click View Image Sets. And look what happens. This tells me that this comes from a Miss Kate Cuttables, and the title of what would be the cartridge is All You Need Is Love, and there are 54 images. I also can see that it's in my access. Now I can click on this banner and it will open up this set of images. Look at this. Look how cute these images are. Miss Kate Cuttables are so cute. But now, let's say I was looking for a raccoon. Boom, there it is. I can bookmark it so I can have it later if I want to. Let me show you something else you can do with images from this section. So, let's say I can't decide if I want a kitty or if I want a hippo. I think that's a hippo. Or if I want this ladybug. Are you kidding me? Let's say I can't decide which image I want. If I click on each of them, all I did was single click. Watch, I'll take this bee. I'm going to single click on him. A green box comes around him, and now if you follow my cursor to the bottom right of the screen, you can see them laid down here in the bottom. I call this my shopping cart, this row. I can load this row up with images. Let's say after I've gone through all my images, I'm like, I think I'm just going to make this a ladybug card or a ladybug project. Now I can hover over the images I don't want, and a little red X pops up. I can click, and click, and it only leaves me with my ladybug. Now I can add just that to my canvas. Now it really doesn't matter. You could bring them all into the canvas and delete them when you get here, but I think that's pretty handy. Another cool thing about that, let me go back and show you this because I really love this. Another cool thing about that is, let's say I take this kitten and then I go, you know what? I need something that says meow. And I come up here and I type in meow and do a search. I don't find it on this image set, so I'm going to arrow back to my main image, okay? I'm going to X this out, and now I'm going to type in meow. And this is looking in all of the Cricut stuff. So let's say that I want to use, let's find something cute. Let's say I want to use this guy. I know, I like the word meow, but I don't like the cat. I'll show you that in a second. So I'm going to click on him. But look, if you go down to our shopping cart, we have the cat and the meow. So it will let me go from page to page. Let's say I want to add a heart. It holds them down there page after page. So this saves me so much search time because it's okay. I can just see something I think I like, throw it into my shopping cart, and then I can decide when I get down here. So I'm going to get rid of the heart because I don't need it. I'm going to get rid of that kitty. And then I'll just bring the word meow in just to show you something. Okay, so we'll use it as a sample. All right, so I'll move him over here. Now, here's something else that I love, and I just discovered this recently. Let's say that you're working on this little guy, and you did not find out what his name was, what his cartridge was. You're like, where did he come from? What cartridge did he come from? I really want to get more of him. Watch this. If you go to your layers panel on the far right, it does not work here. Let me show you. If you go to the title and you right click on it, it does not work from here. But if you go to his shape, one of his shapes, and you right click on one of his shapes, look what happens. At the bottom of this drop down, you get the menu image info, and look, there's his name. That's where we can share him, his name and his number, but I can also go straight to his image set from here. That is a game changer, y'all. And you know if it is. If you craft like me and you're like, man, I just want to get more like this, game changer. Love it. And then you can add these guys in. So let's bring the kitty in. Let's add him to our canvas just because he's cute and I want to look at him. So there is that. Now let's say you want to find those images you've saved. Let's do that. So remember how we bookmarked these images? Let's say you've bookmarked some other images and you're like, that would look really cute with this project. Let me show you how to find those. You're going to head over here to the left-hand side to where it says images, and you're going to click. Now, images can be searched using all of these filters and all of these types. What I want to do is come right up here where it says saved, and I'm going to click that. This is going to bring up only the images I have ever saved that I have bookmarked. I haven't bookmarked very many of them, you can see. But if I did, this is where they would live. How easy is that? Say I want to add those lips to this project. I'm going to click those. But let me show you something else. Let's say you want to see what's free. You can click on this free, and it's going to filter out all images that are not free images. These are going to be free images. See how some of them don't have the A up here in the top corner, but they say free right here. Some of them do have the A and also say free. That lets me know it's available in my access. Okay, so let me show you this. Let's say we wanted a free Valentine image. Let's type it in. And here's all of the free images that have to do with Valentine's. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Look, you can get rid of your filters by clicking clear all right here. And I want to show you this. Let's say you want to learn how to print and cut. If you come to operation type and click the plus sign, it opens up and you can choose only projects that are print then cut. So if you notice, this is important. I have the word Valentine in my search. So it's showing me print then cut Valentine projects. See that? Now that you know how to read these boxes, you see exactly what you're looking at. I can change it to cut only and take off the print then cut, and it's going to show me cut only Valentine projects. And this works in this whole section in any way you want. Let me click this search so you can see it. This works in any way you want. If I wanted layered projects, if I wanted 3D cards, phrases, mugs, isn't that awesome? You can get it by just looking here. You can search by any of these things. Pretty cool, right? What I love about this is, let's say that you wanted to learn how to use vinyl. You can come right here and just search for only vinyl projects. And this is going to pull up cut only Valentine themed vinyl projects. Isn't that cool? Now, where does that feature come in handy? Let's say you just got some free time and you're wanting to look through images and you're scrolling around and you see one like this and you go, you know, I think I would use one of these images. Let me bookmark it. So you click bookmark and now this is saved in your save images, which you now know how to find. All right, let's add these lips to the canvas. Not that I need them. All right, another thing I love about images, okay, and this may be the last thing I share, but let me show you. Let's say we want to use just that word meow. Remember how I told you I didn't want to use all of it? Now, there are a couple of ways to do this, but I'm going to show you the way Cricut has built in for you. So let's say you love this word meow, but you don't want the kitty part of it. Let me show you this. If you click on this and you use your layers panel to be your friend, okay, you're going to come over here to the layers panel. When I click on this, the image I've chosen gets highlighted in gray in the layers panel so I can see it, okay? And by looking over here, I can see that I have a kitty head and I have the word meow. This is good. This means this is really two images grouped together. So if I go to the top of the screen and I ungroup, now they become separate images. See how they separated out in my layers panel? So now I can go and click the meow, and actually I got the cat head because the cat head is laying over the word meow. No big deal. We're going to move this away, and since I don't want this, I'm going to delete it using this little box here in the top left. Now I have the word meow, and let's say I wanted to put it, I don't know, maybe I want to put it on this tiny little heart or something. I can put it here. I can come up here to the top where it says arrange and bring it to the front. And while we're sitting here, why this happened is because Cricut puts the last image you used, the last image you added to the mat goes to the front. So these lips are technically in the front. I added them last. Whatever order I put them on this mat is how they're layered on the mat, okay? But you can just use your arrange feature to do that. So here's the word meow. Now he's sitting there. Okay, so I'm going to move him back over here. So that's one thing we can do. Okay, let me show you another feature. This feature is called contour, and a lot of people love this feature. Now, some images you don't really have to do it, and this is a good example to show you this. I'm going to click this little guy right here, and I want you to come to the layers panel with me. What I mean by sometimes you don't really have to contour is because look how many images there are here. This is a cut layer image, so all these little pieces are some part of this little kitty, okay? I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to come to the top and ungroup this kitty. And when I do, all of these now become separate pieces. So let's say I don't want this tiny little circle right here. I don't feel like I need it and I don't want to mess with that. So let me show you what you can do. You can come to your layers panel and you can find it. This is mine right here. It's in both of these little sides. I'm going to click on one Okay, I'm going to hold down the shift on my keyboard and click the second one. That selects them both. And now I'm just going to hit delete on my keyboard and you'll see that they go away. So now I just have a regular cheek. So that's one way to take images away when you have an image like this. But let's say you're working with something that has a different kind of image. And let me show you what I mean. If I take this panel out, this little kitty cat panel right here, he's not layered. He's one layer. And let's say I don't want him to have these whiskers. Let's say those are kind of in my way and I don't want him to have paw prints for some reason. Let me show you this feature. It's called Contour. Bottom right hand side of your screen, click Contour. Now when you come in here, you'll see you can do a couple things. One, you can hover over the image and select these pieces, and when you click them, they go away. Okay, I'm clicking these whiskers. And let me get this one. My cursor's massive, so it's kind of hard to do. When I click them, they are now gone. Can you see how the whiskers on the right are lighter than the whiskers on the left? They are now gone from our image. Now, when you finish this, all you do is click out of here. You can X out at the top, or you can click on your screen and it will go away. And you will see that I've hidden or contoured out his whiskers on the right. Now let's go back and let me show you some things that can cause some issues. This is where it can cause some problems for folks, okay? For some reason, when we do what I just did, you don't have to click save, continue, anything. You just click off, but you think you need to hit this button. Now you don't. If you hit hide all contours, what's going to happen? Watch. All the contours go away. You see how everything turned light? And if you look at our image over here, all the contours went away. Let me click out and show you. So you don't want to click anything. You just want to click out of that box. So let's go back. I'm going to undo that. And now let's get rid of those other whiskers. But I want to show you another way to do it. So I showed you how you can click directly on the image, right? But let's say you're struggling doing that and you need to find them a different way. This panel that sits here will scroll. And in this panel, you will find all of the pieces that you can contour out of this little guy. So let's say you don't really want this headband looking thing and you just want to come over here. You can click it. Its little box goes gray and it is gone. Let's click out of the box and you'll see. See that? Now, this is probably not a great example for how you would use this because you know, this being a layered piece, you can just delete the whole piece or what have you. But I wanted you to see that you can contour out when there's something you don't really want. Okay? All right, let's get rid of this whole little guy because he's kind of a mess. And I believe that's all I wanted to show you today about images. I showed you how to share them, how to contour them, how to ungroup them. I think I showed you a good bit. Now, if you have questions about images, if you want to know something else about them or anything about the Cricut, put it in the description below. These are just some things I see people struggle with, and I think this would be neat for you to learn. And so play around with this and see what all you learned today. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. By the way, I just made a goal. I want to reach 400,000 subscribers this year. It's a big goal. It's like 80,000 subscribers in a year. Let's see if we can do it. I believe with your help we can. So click that red subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell so whenever I put up a video, you'll get it. And until next time, bye now.